Our political system needs a shake-up. What we've seen a betrayal of our people from one end of this country to the other, in everything. No matter what system, no matter where you look, whether it be betrayal of free speech, betrayal of our daughters in towns and cities across this country, betrayal of our armed forces. Everything is being betrayed. Everything about who we are. And in the vote for Brexit, they're betraying democracy. They think they will get away with it. I generally believe this, even to the people who don't like me, even to Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage has worked tirelessly for Brexit. He deserves so much respect for dedicating 30 years of his life to fight in the European Union. I generally believe if I'm elected as an MEP, I think they'll want to kick us out straight away. I'm truthful. Theresa May won't want it. The European Union won't want it. So, shaken, not stirred. Even in the sense that you all watched it, you've all seen the video. It slipped. The media said it slipped. What? You know what you're up against when the media are saying it slipped. He was going to work. And he was just going to work. You've seen the videos. They harassed us relentlessly. For the whole day they harassed us. They followed us everywhere. They were the aggressors. If you're watching the video, I watched on the Jeremy Vine show. And this is when you see what you're up against. Jeremy Vine show is one of the most watched shows during the day. The lady sat there. She called me every slanderous name in the book. My mum rang me up. My mum was gutted. My mum's like, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. And I've seen even the change. You know the change of what's happened. I remember when I first started activism. I remember my mum got called into work. She worked at a school, saying that if people find out she's my mum, she won't have a job basically. And those same teachers that were against me, my mum stood in a staff room. I was debating Farrakh Khan. I was debating a Muslim on a Luton radio show. And at this point, no one knew that was my mum. And she's standing in the staff room at a Catholic school. And all the Catholics said a prayer. They said a prayer because a Muslim teacher in the school's father was debating the far-right extremist Tommy Robinson. And my mum had to stand there and watch as they all said a prayer. And when I got on the radio, because my mum rang me up upset, when I got on the radio I laid out some basic points to the Muslim gentleman I was talking to, because I knew the teachers would be listening, asking him whether he wants Sharia law. Basic question, a very easy question, which he refused to answer. But what I've seen, and I bet many of you, because I recognise you from our early days, I bet many of you, you've been labelled, you've been demonised. People didn't understand what we were talking about. I've seen the complete swing. I've seen even those same teachers that used to condemn me, or the same people at the school, then ring my mum and say, weren't he great, he's doing great. Everyone, even the people who oppose you, the people in your family, the people at your work, we will be proven right in everything we're saying.